J.D. Vance calls Speaker Johnson's Ukraine remarks concerning. And I definitely agree with that. The whole reason why we got rid of McCarthy is because of him wanting to spend money and keep giving our taxpayer money to Ukraine, while people here in America is suffering with inflation and homelessness and everything else that's going on. We continue to send our money overseas, and that's why the reason, again, that's the reason why we're trying to get we got rid of McCarthy, and now Speaker Johnson, a new speaker, is basically talking about doing the same exact thing. So I don't know what's going on with government, but they're definitely not listening to the people. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. Has a link to my Patreon where I talk about things I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my merch store. And check out my Instagram. I'm super duper active on there now. Also, check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for news as well. All right, let's talk about this news. Senator J.D. Vance, a Republican from Ohio, is expressing his disapproval of the recently elected House Speaker Mike Johnson, a Republican from Louisiana, for his remarks hinting at possible additional U.S. assistance for Ukraine. Vance praised the new speaker for consistently supporting Ukraine and opposing an unending conflict without a clear plan from the Biden administration. However, he finds it troubling to witness a rapid change in Johnson's stand after assuming the role. Because remember, Johnson was against it at first, and now that he's now that he got the gavel, now he's talking about supporting this thing. What the question is, why all of a sudden the change? What I wonder, what dirt do they have on Johnson to make him change? But Vance's comments followed an interview on Fox News with Sean Hannity, during which Johnson, who has previously voted against aid packages for Ukraine, refrained from outright rejecting the idea of providing further support. Johnson emphasized the importance of not allowing Russia to triumph in Ukraine, expressing concerns that such an outcome could embolden China to make action in Taiwan. He stressed the need for accountability in allocating U.S. support and funding. Vance has been a vocal critic of allocating funds for Ukraine and has clashed with Senate GOP leader Mitch McConnell on the issue. While McConnell supports a legislative package that includes aid for both Israel and Ukraine, Vance and other critics of U.S. spending in Ukraine argue that these matters should be addressed separately. I think we should stop funding, giving our billions upon billions of dollars to other countries in the first place. Again, until we get our country straight, we should refrain from sending aid to anyone, I believe. But in the same Hannity interview, Johnson advocated for separating the spending related to Ukraine. In the previous month, Vance added his signature to a letter from GOP members requesting the Biden administration to discontinue further U.S. funding for Ukraine due to concerns about transparency regarding fund allocation and progress on the front lines. We all know all that money is being laundered. The money is not really going to war. Zelensky is pocketing a lot of that money himself. But the letter signed by over 24 senators and members of Congress raises questions about the allocation of funds, the status of the Ukrainian counteroffensive, and the administration's strategy and exit plan in Ukraine. It seeks clarity on what the administration defines as a victory in Ukraine. And Vance later shared the letter on a social media platform and expressed his opposition to funding an indefinite conflict with unlimited resources, signaling that he and his colleagues are united in saying no to such requests. And I agree. Stop sending foreign aid to these countries that hate us, that don't like anything about us, and we got people here in our own country suffering right now. Fix our countries first. Fix our border first. Fix our inflation first before you start sending billions of dollars overseas. But let me know what you think. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe. And check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.